This morning on Today's Home, the highs and lows of home building. Figuring out what kind of floors or countertops to go with can be overwhelming, so we brought in the experts today. Jonathan and Drew Scott are the hosts of Property Brothers on HGTV. Welcome, guys. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's talk flooring options first. And everybody likes the look of hardwood, but as we know, it's expensive.
It's expensive, but it also wears really easy. You know, scratches and dents. So everyone wants the best of all worlds.
The best of the best. Right?
If you're not going to go for a solid hard, which is usually like $5 to $9 a square foot, you could go with an engineered product. It's somewhere maybe between $3 and $5, $3 and $6, but it's still going to mark up. So what we do in a lot of homes now is we do a porcelain tile that has a wood grain glaze on it. It looks exactly the same as a hardwood, but it's like 100 times more durable. You will never have children, dogs, husbands mucking this up. It's going to last.
Okay. But the engineered, you are going to get wear and tear on.
You will get the wear and tear, regular hardwood or the engineered.
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend the money on a regular hardwood, not an engineered, then you might as well go for the tile if you have a lot of wear and tear.
Same price, $5 to $9 a square foot.
$5 to $9 a square foot. Okay, let's move on over here to countertops. And of course, it used to be granite, marble. Those were the things you wanted. What's the new hot countertop these days?
All those ones, granite, marble, you have to reseal them to maintain them or they'll be susceptible to stains. Quartz, zero maintenance. You never have to do anything. Great for busy families. They just don't remember to do those things. Nobody does.
So this is not sealed or anything?
This is actually a man-made product. It's crushed quartz with a resin, so there are no porous, no way for the moisture to get in there. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really, really expensive. You know, it tends to be a little bit more expensive than the granites and the marbles. So what we sometimes do is, if you want to do maybe your island in a contrast with the butcher block, I mean, this, you're looking at $70 a square foot for the quartz that we have here. Range is usually $50 to $100. This is $16.60.
And what I like about this is, I mean, we're always trying to educate people how you can get those champagne dreams on a beer budget. And here, it looks like you're making a design choice when in reality you're trying to save money. So people will never judge you thinking this is a cheaper product if you're mixing it with something nice like this stone.
So you're saying use the butcher block maybe for an accent area, as you said, like the island or an area where it's high use.
Yeah, you do have to seal it, depending on the humidity in your home, maybe once every month to 3 months, something like that. But it's easy to seal. And
you can sand it down easy, and even if it gets a few marks on it, it adds character.
Okay, now we all like the look of custom cabinets, but how much are custom cabinets generally going to cost you?
We don't all have, $20,000, $30,000 kicking around to do it. So the average kitchen, you could do all new prefab cabinets for around $4,500. Just the raw materials, you have to install it from there. Or if you just have a tired kitchen, white cabinet, something like that, you can do things like swap out the door for a glass door, and then add a punch of color inside. You can see I've painted the black there in sort of a Tiffany's blue. It really adds a little bit of class.
And actually, on Property Brothers, we use 80% prefab cabinets, and most of our kitchens, we have fans writing into us saying that they're the most beautiful custom kitchens they've ever seen, and they're not custom.
Yeah,
we're trying to save money.
Do you have to be pretty creative, though, to figure out how to get it in there just right?
I would say that you've got to be a genius.
That's the thing.
I'm the genius. I make him do all the work. So
it's all about taking it,
customizing
it, doing putting a crown in, a light rail, something like that, just to customize the box cabinets. You don't want it to look like a frat house.
So it doesn't look like it just came from IKEA.
Yeah. But this is something for me that's amazing.
Okay, lighting, right?
You can take two items. You can basically take two things that look identical, yet one of them is so much more appealing.
Tell me,
enough about Drew and I. Let's talk about the lamps.
Yeah, exactly. Which do you think is more expensive of these two lamps?
I'm going with this one.
Yeah, now, good pick. However, they're very, very simple. You have to think about it for a second.
I had to look at it.
Well, this is an IKEA find. You get a lamp that looks really trendy, looks modern, $30 to $80 somewhere in that range. Whereas here, a designer lamp, you're going for over $300. So it just goes to show when you're staging your home, you're doing something. Think about where you're spending your money because you can save a ton in just the items that you're staging.
And we have our new show, Buying and Selling, is all about staging your home to sell and not having to spend a lot of money. And that's why I love this because it shows you they're pretty well identical. You can get that designer feel for not a lot of money.
Well, you guys do a great job, Jonathan and Drew Scott, and congrats on the new show. Already airing on HGTV, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Wednesday nights.
There you go. Well,